Morning, everyone. Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market. Let's take a quick look here at the shorter term indicators. We've got momentum, which is back up into the bullish trending location, and breadth, which is slightly improving, but not a lot, not rapidly. You're seeing this right here, kind of stuck right in the middle of that range, and we're just not seeing additional participation. We saw a little bit in the last few days here as well, which has been good, and we're seeing sentiment which is actually continuing to increase right here. We've got buy-sell ratio, which is also bullish right here, 1.29. Not aggressively bullish, but still has enough, for that bullish bias, that bullish trend where we've got the green line above the red line and the buy-sell ratio at 1.29. Anything above 1 is a bullish market environment. Anything less than that, things start to weaken a little bit. We've got sentiment, which is also in that upper end of that range, but not extreme, at 71 right here today. If we take a look at some of the indices here, actually, let's look at the index, the S&P first. We're seeing just this tight consolidation right here. We saw this big gap move higher. We've got this support area. It's just kind of crawling back towards this. That's typically a continuation type pattern when you have the uptrend and then just a choppy consolidation or something sideways, or just not a lot of reversal type selling happening in the market. So still has that bullish tone to it, that bullish structure to it. Has not broken down quite yet on S&P 500. Actually, let's jump back over here to bonds. TLT still flattening and holding support right here at that 92. We'll see if we can get a good pop higher, get us back up above that $94 range on TLT, which is the 20-year bond or the long bond ETF. As that is adjusting, as that is moving, interest rates are moving the opposite direction. So as this has been pulling back, interest rates are moving higher. So we want to see this trending back up again, start to look something like this, ideally for continued market improvement, as the market is really anticipating the interest rates to move lower. Whether or not it happens this year, that's kind of been the bet now, is that the Fed really can't do anything. And so we'll keep an eye on the bond market right here as well each morning. If we take a look at the sectors tab, and we'd like to take a look at what has been moving, really haven't seen a whole lot. We saw a couple move back into this hold range. We've got real estate, which is hovering around this area right here, which is interesting. It also looks like it wants to kind of turn that corner, maybe break out, move above that $88 range, which is also going to be a little interest rate sensitive type play right there. So still lots of sectors moving to that bullish side, vast majority of the ones that are listed here. Commodities also, let's take a look at oil, see if it made its move here. It's been working around this upper $73.50 range, broke above that. We'll see if it finds the support area. That's what we talk about when we're talking about the stair stepping, is we talk about a breakout of a resistance area, and then now it becomes that floor. It becomes a support area for continued upside. So keep an eye on oil right here. It could get some acceleration to the upside if it holds this range right here. One of the points of talking about oil and interest rates is we're just talking about ideas or trends that could be happening that could, either continue to help the economy or hurt the economy. Not that we're overly interested in what the economy is doing because we follow price trends, but it's always interesting to know what's happening in some of these major discussion talking points. Let's take a quick look here. Actually, let's go back and look at gold while we're here. And see if it is also holding its area, that 187.45 range, continuing to hold. So still, gold is also still building some structural momentum here. You have this uptrend, kind of this sideways consolidation now after this counter trend, 3-part counter trend on gold. Muscle stock group, let's take a quick look here. And VTX, interesting trade in the tech space. Nice confirmation move, massive volume on VTech. And then also LFST, which is an interesting trade, interesting stock. Big gap, 30%. Getting some continuation, really big volume on that as well. Kind of a big gap, though. Sometimes those are not. If we've seen them recently, though. They just get continued follow through on those throughout. After a big gap and big volume. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.